You're looking live at the Victoria Rec Center for Bantam B1 matinee action. Intra-association game. Chaska Chanhassen gold wearing gold. And Chaska Chanhassen purple wearing, not purple, but blue. Both of these teams coming off of losses yesterday in their season opening District 6 games. The gold team losing to Minnetonka by a score of 5-2. And purple losing, I believe it was 10-0 to, I'm not sure which Edina squad it was, Edina Green or Edina White. So both teams looking to get moved to 500 in the District 6 season. Chaska Chanhassen gold looking to stay above 500 overall. They're 3-2-2 on the year. Once again, gold will be skating one player short of a full lineup as Michael Azanoff remains on the injured list with a lower body injury. And it appears, not an expert on the purple team, but it appears that they have their full roster. Yesterday against Edina, they were without Beckett Ide and Braden O'Connell, but they are both on the ice now. And last night it was Max Worthington to start in net. Today might be Mikey Parrington. We'll see who heads over to the net first. Starting in net for the gold squad will, as always, be Nathan Brandt. I'm going to try to be doing play-by-play for both teams. I have not memorized the numbers on the purple squad, so we'll see how that goes. Final instructions coming from the coaches. The purple team is led by head coach Ryan Connors. I don't have assistant coach names. And it will be Max Worthington in net for the purple squad. And as we said, Nathan Brandt will man the net for gold. It'll be the Girding, Olsen, and Hokanen line for gold with Tyler and is that Wiseman? I can't tell who that is on the far side. No, Bigelbach. Face-off, puck just sitting on the dot. It'll be Hokanen to come up with it. He's squeezed off. Now Olsen comes in on the loose puck. Poked away. No, doesn't get a chance on net on Worthington. Here's Bigelbach, long shot, blocked in front. It's Olsen, throws it in front. Intercepted by Colby Stewart. The official went down on the far side. Now it's Tyler in his own zone. Came out and back in, and we have offsides. It's going to be difficult to call this game the other way, as I cannot read their numbers. Luke Terrell to take the face-off for purple. Won by Olsen. Now it's Girding. Girding touches it ahead to Olsen. Olsen flips it down for Hokanen. Went off the stick of Worthington. Thrown in front once again off a skate. Comes over to Olsen. Sharp angle shot. He goes over the net. It's going to come along the dasher board out for Tyler to take a whack at it. Didn't get much on it. It's intercepted by Colby Stewart. Up the left side. Broken up by Tyler. And then it comes to Bigelbach. Colleran fights for it. Now it's Jackson. Jackson whacks it in for the purple squad. It'll be Tyler chasing with a forechecking Gavin Schmid. Now Ty Johnson, shot, tipped in front by Colleran. Doesn't get on net. Johnson, no, Girding reaches for it, kept in. Thrown in front, intercepted by Kurtt, touches over. Now it's in Kurt's skate. Lund's pass hit Kurtt in the back of the skate. Jackson intercepts. Lund recovers to touch it out and gives to Kurtt. Johnson stick handles around Kurtt. And it's Colleran will flip it in off of the knee of Bigelbach. He's been out there since the start of the game. A physical play there. Ramaka digs away, comes out. Yes, it does. Kurtt bothering Flannery. Now it'll be Christian Jackson to skate in. 1-on-3, still with it. Comes to the high slot. He's turned away by Ramaka. Ramaka, bothered at the red line, gets it into the Stormhawk zone. Kurtt puts a shoulder to Ty Johnson. There are two Johnsons for purple. Ty Johnson wearing 15 and Henry Johnson wearing 13. That puck was tipped and hit the walking track above the purple squad's bench. Here's Spalding to take the draw. Eventually won by Tesmer. Up to Weens. Dumped in. There's Henry Johnson. Lindell mishandled it. Comes out to Perry. Now it's Lucy will get it out, and then it's dumped back in by Spalding. Kind of a uneven start so far. One shot apiece on the board, but not really a whole lot of great scoring chances either way. Face-off controlled by Lindell. He'll throw it in. Here comes the forecheck. Lucy with it for Purple behind the net. Tipped off. Comes to Perry. Perry tried to feed it, I think, behind the net. Went off a skating in front, and that's intercepted by Purple, and they'll sweep it out to neutralize. Quinn Johnson with it. Johnson up to Lindell, and he's squeezed off nicely there. I think that was Connors, perhaps, that hit him. And it's dumped back in. Comes all the way out to the point. Johnson whacks at it, tipped in front, never came on net. Perry knocked off the puck. And now Purple looks to break out. Forecheck creates that turnover. Hokanen long shot blocked and pushed out to neutralize. It'll be Johnson to tried to give it to Palmquist. Now comes back to Palmquist in the zone. Off the wall. Hokanen reaches for it and tips it in to get it in deeper. Kurtt chases. Takes two other Purple team with him. Chance in front. Gloved by Worthington. That was Olsen screaming to the front of the net and got a backhand shot, and Worthington gets his glove on it and gets a whistle. That's what forechecking will do right there. It's a running theme. Strong forecheck. A lot of times we're going to result in some sort of chance. Purple to skate out, pinch there, creates a abbreviated 2-on-1, and then a late offsides call by the official. And once again, we're going to have our sixth face-off in the first 4 minutes of this game. Face-off won by Gold. Back to Tyler. Tyler off the wall. Stewart jumps up and breaks up that pass. Tyler battles for it along the blue line, gives to Hokanen. That's intercepted by Madsen, and then Terrell. Or Terrell. I don't know how to pronounce his name. That's the other team. Stewart chasing with Tyler. Tyler will ring it around. And it intercepted by Purple. Girding fights in the corner. Now behind the net. Palmquist creates a turnover. Gets it off the wall. And not out. Kept in by Purple. Tyler now behind his net. Feeds it over to Girding. Girding got a stick on it, but not enough to get it out. Now it's finally swept out and then thrown all the way down the ice. We'll have icing. That line needed a change, so not the worst play there. It'll be the Kurtt, Ramatka, and Lund line. They've been together so far all season long on this young season. Puck in the high slot. Lund will just whack it out to neutralize, but now it's tipped ahead for Ramatka to chase. They say icing. Looked like Johnson got a stick on it, but officials didn't see it that way, and we'll bring it all the way back for our, seventh or eighth face-off. Schmid to take the draw for Purple against Kurtt. Two they're baseball teammates, and they're also golfing buddies from time to time. This one is won by Schmid. Back to Johnson, blocked by Kurtt, comes out to neutral ice, tipped away by Ty Johnson. Kurtt whacks away at Flannery, and it's in. Here comes Colleran, cuts to the middle on his backhand, tried to give it to Schmid. That's broken up, then broken up by Lund, but not out. Weisenen looks to intercept. It's Colleran now. Colleran skates in, shoots, scores! What a nice shot from a sharp angle. Colleran beats Brandt high over his shoulder. And it's 1-0 Purple with 10:18 to go in the opening period. Colleran gets Purple on the board with a real accurate shot from a sharp angle. Weisenen lost the battle and was chasing Colleran, and that allowed Colleran the shot to get, or the ability to get a shot off. Comes Purple, skating out. That was Ty Johnson, loses it to Perry. Now it's Lindell down the left side. Lindell, a long shot, stopped by Worthington, and holds on and gets a whistle. Some instructions coming to goaltender Nathan Brandt, telling him to get his face in the way. I don't think he misplayed that. He just got beat. It was just a nice shot. Shot in front, tipped, and gobbled up by Worthington. It was Girding got the initial shot, and then Hokkinen may have stopped it and then shot himself, but Worthington was there to cut off the puck. Olsen to take the draw for Gold. Can't tell what number that is for Purple. Long shot by Palmquist, blocked in front. And then it's swept out by Tesmer. Now a rush by Purple. Broken up, Weens was there, then he's taken down, no call coming. Wow, that sure looked like a trip to me. Now it's tipped out, it will be Girding. And Hokkinen chasing, and then it's dumped in offsides, as we've seen that a lot. It was a pretty clear trip in the Gold zone. We're gonna stay 5-on-5, it'll be O'Connell. No, not O'Connell's playing left. O'Connell and Ide are the wingers for Purple. And I can't read the number for the center. It's Terrell. Back to Madsen. Madsen up through the neutral zone, now tipped in through by O'Connell. Johnson chases, thrown in front, sharp angle shot off the side of the net, then the net was off, and Brandt pulled it back on. Maybe not the best timing of that, but worked out. Knocked down in the neutral zone by O'Connell, and Olsen went in hard. He's still whacking away at it. And Hokkinen getting up slowly. Here comes Madsen, pass across, and that's thrown away by Palmquist. Now Hokkinen racing with Stewart coming. Hokkinen just throws it to the middle of the ice, but nobody in goal there. Here's O'Connell. O'Connell through the middle of the ice, all the way down. I think we'll have icing. We do. The far official never signaled it. The near official kept looking back for him to ensure that it was icing. Shots are 4-2 in favor of the Gold squad, except not a lot of the high scoring, high quality chances. There's Kurtt once again against Schmid. This one's won by Kurtt to Lund. Lund will throw it around. It'll be Ramaka to chase. Ramaka in the corner, overskated it a bit. Kurtt throws a check. It's turned away by Jackson. And now it's Johnson. Up to Colleran, your goal scorer for today. Colleran will feed it back to Flannery. Forecheck continues, goes through the legs of Kurtt, almost able to create a turnover, but this forecheck is making it hard on Purple to get out. They do get it out, but they turn it over to Weisenen. Weisenen to Tyler, up to Kurtt. They fight for it just inside the zone and turned over, and then turned right back over. Now it's Ramaka. Kind of a little slow developing there. Here comes a chance for Purple. Jackson into the zone. He shoots. Saved by the big paddle of Brandt. And Lund pass is deflected by, now it's Weisenen. Tried to feed it to Ramaka out of his reach. Long outlet pass to Colleran, then to Schmid. Schmid cuts to the middle, waiting for some help as he's going for a change. Feeds it back to the defenseman. And here's Perry. Perry will feed it back to the D. Off the wall and offsides. Pace has picked up a little bit in this game, although not a lot of possession, sustained possession for either squad, I would say. That shouldn't be icing. They waive it. It will be Lucy to chase for Purple. And Perry fights against Lucy. Thrown through the middle of the ice off the stick of Tesmer and finally thrown out. Bigglebach chases. Lucy chasing him. Lucy without his stick kept it in. Now it's Tesmer behind the net. Tesmer bothered by Bigglebach, thrown in front, intercepted by Palmquist. He turns and fires it up to Lund, then Perry. He lost the control for a second, regains down the right side. Pass in front, and that off a stick twice and never got on. That was, I believe, both Spalding and Lindell had a chance at that. There's a pass that hops right over the stick of Lindell, and Spalding's forechecking doesn't materialize. There's a Madsen toe drag shot, doesn't happen. Lost control. Now it's tipped ahead by Spalding. Hokkanen will negate the icing on a good effort play. And a pass up the middle, intercepted by Palmquist. Turnaround shot, tipped in front by Spalding. He scores! Holden Palmquist intercepts a clearing attempt. Just spun and fired and then tipped right in front by Ryan Spalding, and it's 1-1. 6:13 to go in the opening period. Scored by Ryan Spalding, his 4th of the year, assisted by Holden Palmquist. That's a single assist on there, and it's 1-1. A little past the midway point of the opening period. Here's Jackson. His attack is broken up by Wiseman. Now Hokkanen up the wall. Wiseman fights with Stewart. Here's Jackson thrown in front. Nobody there for Purple. Comes all the way out for Girding to skate. He feeds it through the middle to Olsen. Olsen lost control. Then was going to be offsides when Girding intercepted the pass. And it's Madsen broken up by Girding and then taken away by Stewart. Stewart long pass to, I think that's Madsen, in with Schmid. Apparently that was offsides, our statistician says. And then Wiseman up to Hokkanen. Team Finland, I don't know. I'm guessing they're Finns. Maybe. Now Colleran, goal scorer for Purple. Gets around Wiseman. Sharp angle. There's that shoulder of Brandt. He broke it up. Colleran tried to go back to the well once again, going high from a sharp angle, and this time it's Brandt. Nice hit thrown by Kurtt as Madsen going into the zone. I think Purple may have wanted an interference call. Here comes Purple, that's Tesmer. He's thrown off the puck. It's Kurtt now. Kurtt up the wall to Hokkanen, but kept in by Ty Johnson. Now Kurtt fights for it. He's squeezed off by Johnson. Madsen picks it up, passes across. Shoot! Save by Brandt. I think that was Tesmer on the shot. Now thrown all the way down, and as you might expect at this brutal rink, the net comes off. It comes off multiple times a game. Quite the difference at games in Victoria or at Chaska. The net didn't come off one time last night. Great chances there for Purple. A lot of good action in the zone. Tesmer with they're spraying some water now around the post, hoping that it'll freeze the net in place. I think that might be a little bit of wishful thinking. They roll the water bottle back to the Purple bench. It'll be Kurtt against Tesmer. This face-off won by Kurtt to Tyler. Tyler rims it around for Ramatka. Ramatka, nice little play there, but then he lost control. Shot on, kicked away, comes right to Palmquist. Palmquist from his own zone, looking at his option, will go cross zone. And Kurtt chasing. Bouncing puck eventually comes to Kurtt in the corner, gives to Lund. It's in his skates. Lund falls down and kind of breaks up a pass. Now it's rimmed all the way around. Let's see if Palmquist can break up that rush. Palmquist racing with, I don't know, Weens. That was Weens. Now Kurtt dumps it out. Ramaka will chase. That was Flannery to Lucy, and then it's dumped in. Here's Flannery in his own zone. We'll go behind Worthington. Here's Spalding, the goal scorer for the Stormhawks. He throws it into the other Stormhawk bench. I can't call them the Stormhawks. They're gold and purple, I guess, right? Again, both of these teams looking for their first District 6 win. It's only their second District 6 game. They both lost last night at the Chaska Community Center. 5-2 Gold lost to Minnetonka, and Purple lost a 10-0 game to Edina. I'm not sure if it was green or white. Spalding off the face-off to Johnson, then to Bigglebach, and it's thrown all the way down, icing wave. It's Perry to chase with Lucy. Perry wins it, and then just lost control. Comes around to Ide in the skates of Perry. Regains control, feeds it out for eventually to Bigglebach, and then it's pushed out by Purple. Here is Lucy across to Ide. Now over to O'Connell. O'Connell backhands it in, intercepted there by Johnson. Johnson to Perry to Spalding. Oh, Spalding had Lucy kind of flat-footed. If he controls that, he probably goes around him. Here's Lindell now. Tried to give it over to Spalding. Kicked at it. Spalding still forechecking in his skates. And swept in by Hokkinen. Now it's Bigglebach that pinches at the blue line. It slides out as he's bothered by O'Connell. Tipped in. Here comes Ide. Back pressure by Bigglebach, and then it's thrown out. It'll be Hokkinen through neutral ice, but it's taken away from him. Now a pass across the blue line. That was an errant pass meant for, I think, for Olsen. That's intercepted by Purple. Here comes Gold. Hokkinen down the left side. Has Girding down the middle. Hokkinen to Girding. Tipped. Goes high, and it doesn't get on net. I think Worthington might have got his stick on it. And here comes Schmid down the left side. Has Colleran in the middle. Schmid slows up. Drops for Stewart. Stewart skates in. Down to Colleran. Back to Stewart. And then it missed everybody. And here comes Gold. Back end-to-end action. Hokkinen down the right side. Bothered by Madsen off the end of the side of the net. And it'll be Schmid to carry out for Purple. Long pass to Colleran. Weisenen will chase. Weisenen wins that battle nicely. And Olsen has to turn and race for it and throw it off the glass and go for a change. The smart play there by Olsen, not to try to do too much, just get that puck deep and go for a change. Here's Lund battling for it. In his skates, he kicks it ahead. Tried to give it over to Ramaka. That's intercepted. Now Colleran in his own zone. Behind the net, he reverses. His pass for Schmid is out of reach, and it's all the way down. They are going to wave it as Palmquist gets there before the puck reaches the goal line. Palmquist to Lund. Lund's cross zone pass to Ramaka. Ramaka, bothered by a couple of Purple players, gives it to Kurtt. Kurtt throws it off the end wall, and Ramaka to pick it up. Ramaka's bid to get around one Purple player is broken up. Now it's Perry with it. Perry turnaround shot intercepted by Flannery, and now it's thrown across the ice. It'll be Kurtt and Johnson to fight just outside the blue line. Perry overskates the puck. Just sitting there. Now Kurtt and Tesmer fight for it. Kurtt whacks away at it, eventually gets it in the zone. Forechecking continues, but doesn't result in a turnover. Purple will dump it in. That is Connors, I believe, that knocked that in. Pass up to, never mind, that was Connors. Oh, that could have been, there's Ramaka. Abbreviated rush. Ramaka in, shoots, hits a post. And now it's thrown all the way down, and I say great chance for Ramaka. Ramaka and Kurtt were going to go in 2-on-0, but then whoever that Purple player that was highest back, he actually did a good job of holding up Ramaka momentarily. If he did any more, it was clearly going to be a penalty, but Ramaka did skate in, get a good scoring chance, and hit the post on Worthington's blocker side. Spalding. Gold eventually. No, Purple wins that. It'll be O'Connell to skate with it. Broken up briefly by Tyler, and then it's thrown in deep. And that's the end of the first period. I didn't recognize that we were that late in the period. 1-1 the score. First goal of the game coming from Ryan Colleran, and then Ryan Spalding knotted it up a bit later. I should ask our statistician to keep the time on the goals, but that's asking a lot. Shots after one are 5 apiece. Scoring chances 4-3 in favor of Gold. Gold winning in the faceoff department 13-5, and then hits were 3-1 in favor of Gold. And then we had a pair of odd man rushes, one for each team.
Normal hustle.
Yep. Spalding against Terrell. And that's won by Gold. It's Perry will kick it in the zone. And it comes to Lindell. Lindell, he shoots off a shin guard, goes to the corner. Thrown around, it'll be O'Connell. Perry forechecking, keeps it in there. Then it's hoisted all the way down. The icing if it gets there. They race for it. And icing is, oh, wow. Apparently the officials want to work on their face-offs because that was a great effort play. Let the play continue. Holy cow. We didn't come here to watch the officials. I got to say, if I'm the player, if I'm the guy in stripes, I reward a good effort like that. Let them play. It benefited the squad I'm cheering for, but whatever. Olsen and I think that was Terrell, the one who just tried to negate the icing. There's Olsen up to Tyler. Tyler will throw it just past the far post. There's Ide through the middle of the ice, intercepted by Tyler. Bigglebach had been pinching there. That could have resulted in a 2-on-1. Tyler up the middle. Now it's, a little miscommunication there by Girding and Bigglebach. There's a shot goes wide. It's Bigglebach behind his net. Up to Hokanen. Hokanen tried to touch it to Olsen. There is Olsen. He dumps it in deeper. It'll be Tyler to throw a nice body to separate O'Connell from the puck. Now comes to Girding. Girding touches it. Try to get it up to Olsen. That's intercepted by Madsen. A lot of players in a small area over there. And eventually it's thrown out. Now it is coming into the purple zone just barely. And this has been a kind of a slow start to this second period. Bigglebach taken down, no call. Colleran tried to throw it in front. That's broken up. Bigglebach and Colleran battle. And eventually it is, I think, Tyler able to ring it around. They fight for it inside the blue lines, and it's Kurtt skates. He kicks it out. Now it's Colleran at the red line. He'll feed it back to Madsen. Madsen skates up, off a stick and in. It'll be Jackson with Hokanen chasing. Kurtt wins the puck. Will go behind Brandt. Kurtt looking. Will feed it across the zone and down. Shouldn't be icing. It'll be Flannery to pick it up. Flannery in his own zone. Throw it up the near side. Kurtt stands the ground, stops Jackson, leaves it for Colleran. His shot is blocked by Johnson. Now up to Ty Johnson. Haven't seen Henry Johnson. I don't know if number 13 is out here for the blue squad. Or the team in blue. Here is Johnson, the other Johnson, Quinn Johnson. Quinn Johnson getting, coach is yelling deep. The puck eventually does go deep. And then it's thrown out. This could be a abbreviated rush here. There comes Ty Johnson. Pass in front, intercepted by Lund. Lund off the wall, comes to Spalding. Spalding dumps it down. It'll be Palmquist racing with Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson wins that race. Palmquist thrown in front. Spalding in front. Oh, and his backhand goes over the net as he's run over. I think that was by Connors or Weens. It was a clean play, though. Here's Perry. He fights for it. Sticked away by Worthington. Spalding, or no, now it's Spalding. He's bothered by a pair of purple players. And kept in by Johnson. Johnson at the top of the right circle, fans on it. And that's going to allow purple to get it all the way down the ice. Icing should be the call. And it is. Great chance for Ryan Spalding to get his second of the game. That backhander just got too much under it, and he put it over the bar. Maybe one of those cases of having just too much time. 11:20 to go in the second period. 1-1 the score. Spalding wins it across to Perry. Perry drops it for Wiseman. Long shot. Tipped in front by Spalding, looking for a second tipped goal of the game. Nice one-touch pass to Weens. Weens gets around Tyler. Wiseman chasing. Weens in alone. Shoot! Save by Brandt! Rebound goes to the side. Nice kick save by Brandt. And the pass up to, I think that was Stewart. No. Lucy is too far for him. Now through the neutral zone. Tesmer pushed off the puck by Spalding. Comes out and it's offsides. A 21 face-off to this point of the game. A lot of dropping of the puck. A lot of whistles. It'll be Olsen, Girding, and Hoken in the line for gold. Terrell, Ide, and O'Connell for purple. Olsen fighting for it down low. There's going to be our first penalty of the game coming against Olsen. It was an inadvertent trip. And he's going to go, and purple will get their first power play with 10:38 to go in the second period. Score tied at 1. Purple will change. We'll get Schmid, Colleran, and Jackson. I think this is probably their top line with Stewart and Madsen. Face off one back to Stewart. Now in the corner is Schmid. Schmid bothered by Tyler. Schmid over to Colleran. Colleran goes up to Madsen at the point. Right circle. Blocked by Girding. Now Jackson. Jackson in the corner. Gold content to play relatively passively, letting the play come to them a little bit. Not chasing too much. Schmid behind the net. Back to Colleran. Colleran looking, tipped in front, thrown in front, off a skate, comes up to the blue line and out. And then it's thrown back in by Madsen, and that was offsides. They said that was intentional, and they bring it face off all the way down to the purple zone. Good penalty kill there, not too aggressive. Just kept the puck in front of them and made purple make the better play, and they weren't able to get a scoring chance in that first 37 seconds of the power play. There's a puck thrown up the wall, and Palmquist wisely does not pinch there. Kudos to him. And in O'Connell in the zone, bothered by Johnson. Pass across to Ide. He gets it up the point. I think that's Flannery, or maybe that's Johnson. There's a shot from a sharp angle, goes all the way through, kept in by Flannery. And Kurtt helps knock it out to neutralize, then dump back in, and we'll have a face-off once again outside the gold zone. Terrell, Ide, and O'Connell, the forwards. This one's won by Terrell. Flannery gets it in to Terrell, bothered by Ramaka and Kurtt, comes over to O'Connell. O'Connell behind the net. Thrown back to O'Connell, and he tipped it and into the glove of Brandt. You can tell that they may have worked on that play before, where they pass the puck down behind the net, and then they pass it right back out to basically a give and go. It did result in a chance. Kurtt against Tesmer. Tesmer wins this. Back to Lucy. Lucy dumps it in. There's Weens. Now up to Connors. There's Tesmer with it on the right side. Down to Henry Johnson. That's the first time I've noticed Henry Johnson out on the ice. Bothered by Quinn Johnson. Thrown in front, broken up. Palmquist bodies one player away. Now it's thrown up high and out. Kurtt will chase. 2-on-1 with Romaka. Kurtt down the right side. Kurtt shoots. Scores! Short-handed goal by Kieran Kurtt. I think he was trying to go high. He kept it low under the pads of Worthington. Shorty for number 7, and it's 2-1. Gold leaves purple with 5 seconds left on the Dylan Olsen penalty. 8:42 left to go in the second period. Here's Madsen in his own zone. And we're 5-on-5 now. Here's Schmid. Schmid drops for Jackson. Jackson to Madsen. Stick handles around one. Shot saved by Brandt. Comes across to Colleran. Bodied by Spalding. He kicks at it, and it's eventually swept out by Lindell. He'll skate up the right side with Perry. Gets it in deep. Perry will be the first on it there. Perry avoids a check, but wasn't able to get the puck. Now it's Tyler will kick it ahead. Jackson thrown down to the ice, and then it's thrown down for Wisenen. Wisenen up the wall, but to Terrell. Terrell bothered by Perry and Tyler. Tyler comes out with it, gets around one forechecker, then around Madsen to get it out to safety. Here's Stewart in the neutral zone to Madsen. Madsen gets around Perry, skates in. Madsen tried to stick handle around Wisenen. Wisenen stood his ground nicely. Here's Spalding now. Spalding, cross ice pass. Hops Lindell's stick. Lindell down the left side. 1-on-2. Shoot, save. Rebound comes out front. But all the other Gold players were going for a change. All the way down it comes. We'll see if it is icing, and it should be. If they're consistent, it should be. Purple did not like that, but, well, at least he's consistent. Very eager official to call icing. The taller of the two officials loves blowing that whistle for icing. Olsen, Girding, and Hoken in the line out there for Gold. That is one back. Palmquist will just backhand it in to the circle. Here's Girding, bothered by Ide. Nice job to find the puck and get it in deep for Hokkinen. Hokkinen is pushed into the wall by Flannery. Hokkinen came out with it for a moment. And a breakout pass to O'Connell. O'Connell 1-on-2. Good back pressure by Palmquist to stop that rush. Now Girding gives it, leaves it for Olsen. Olsen shot, hits the post. He had Worthington beat on the far side. Hits the second time we've hit the post in this game. And then it's just came offside and Palmquist turned and put it back in. And another offside. Get a direction from Chad Lindell to keep firing. I think it was Michael Scott that says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Here's Girding. It just overskated it for a moment. Palmquist will keep it in, get it on net, or just past the side of the net. Here's Olsen behind as Hokkinen battling in front. And now it's thrown up to the point. Johnson will be nice, aggressive, and that was Quinn Johnson that helped win that puck over Henry Johnson. Now it's Olsen reaches for it and gets it in over the stick of Flannery, and they'll go for a change. Olsen and Johnson going for a change. Girding. Girding's pinned to the wall by Flannery, I believe. No, that was Ty Johnson. Breakout pass, hit off Kurt's skate, and then Hokkinen inadvertently takes down Kurtt as he was trying to keep the puck in the zone. Here comes Tesmer down the left side. He stops up, looks at his options, didn't have much, so he throws it in deep for Henry Johnson. Johnson up the wall to Connors. Connors, long shot, misses the net. Now it's Tesmer on the far side. Leaves it. It'll be Bigglebach to intercept the puck there, and now Palmquist will skate up with it. Palmquist, not bothered, so he's going to take it himself. Palmquist up the left side. Oh, and apparently Hokkinen was just a step off sides. I didn't see it. I did see Hokkinen on the far side, but I couldn't tell you if that was a good call or not.
Come on, Kieran.
Kurtt to take the draw against Schmid, and Schmid wins it. Intercepted in the neutral zone by Wisenen, and there's that stupid rule of automatic offsides that really they should get rid of, because look, all we're doing is working on faceoffs. Seven against 77, and it's, well, I guess it's a win by Purple. It's kind of a draw. Here's Jackson. He slows up, leaves it for Schmid. Schmid down deep. Gives it to Connors. Connors from a sharp angle. He likes doing something with the puck from the sharp angle. This time his pass goes off a stick and into the glove of Brandt. And we'll have another no shot. Face-off won this time by number 7 in Gold. And a breakout pass by Ramaka comes out. Kurtt fights for it, wins the battle over Madsen. He tried to sweep it across to Ramaka, and that's intercepted. Now Schmid. with Colleran. Colleran now down the left side. His pass is intercepted by Lund, and the pass from Lund to Kurtt. Kurtt pushes it ahead, battles with Madsen. Madsen comes up with it this time. Pass across to Schmid. Schmid tried to stick handle around Wisenen. Wisenen doing a good job of just standing his ground. Here's Lund. Lund touches it over to Kurtt. If Kurtt moves his feet, he gets in there. But he was at the end of his shift, so I guess you can't blame him too much for that. Here's Tyler, whacks at it, fighting against Colleran. Nice battle by Tyler against a much bigger player. Tyler in the corner protecting. Up the wall, off the official's shin, and now it's thrown down. It'll be 2-0 if they hurry. Here's Spalding. Spalding with Ramaka. Spalding in alone. Spalding. Oh, big save by Worthington. Spalding went to his backhand, and then a turnaround rebound shot by Ramaka is gobbled up by Worthington. Spalding came all the way across the face of Worthington, went to his backhand, tried to elevate, and Worthington went post to post and made a nice save. Spalding looks to the heavens with saying, "Are you kidding me?" This time the goalie wins that battle. Here's O'Connell on the far side, bothered by Perry. Now in the neutral zone, Spalding knocked down by Ty Johnson, I believe that was. Flannery in his own zone. He'll throw it to the neutral ice, but to nobody. Tyler's pass knocked down by O'Connell. Then he lost the puck in the snow in front of the bench. Throwing up the wall. We're just going to play between the blue lines, it appears right now. Here comes Spalding. Spalding with Lindell in front. Passes across to Lindell. That pass is broken up. I'd lost it. Regains now. Gives it across. And thrown all the way down by Terrell. It'll be Perry in his own zone. Slows up. Gets around O'Connell. Gets rid of it in time before he turns it over in front of his net. Gives to Lund. Lund to Olsen. No, Lindell to Olsen. And then Olsen lost it at the blue line. You don't want to lose pucks there. Here comes Lucy. Taking off his stick. Nice back pressure by Lindell. There's Tyler. Tyler gives to Olsen. And then Olsen didn't have much, so he's just going to throw it to center ice. Right back comes Purple. Tyler high. Glove down by Lindell. 2-on-1 if they get on the puck. Olsen across to Hokanen. Hokanen. I don't know if he ever got a shot off. That rolled on net. Nice effort by Olsen to sweep it across to the slot. Hokanen in all alone, and I think he just fanned on it. Great scoring chances for Gold in this second period. Here's Johnson. Johnson throws it in deep to Hokanen. Bothered by Lucy's. Hokanen still with it. Try to get it in front. Hokanen around the net. Up to the point for Johnson. Johnson keeps it in. Now it's Hokanen. Hokanen pass to Girding. Girding alone in the slot. He misses the net. Now it's tipped out. It'll be Jack Weens. 1-on-3. Jack Weens down the right side. Tries to get around Johnson. He stops down low. Nice pass in front. That's stopped by Brandt. And what? I don't. Oh, and the net's off. Okay, of course. Why would I guess anything other than that? Great play there by Purple. That was their best scoring chance perhaps of this period. And Brandt was there for the win to shut off that opportunity. Kurtt wins this draw back to Wisenen. He's bothered by Colleran. Pass in front. Johnson. Madsen whacks at it. And it's eventually shuttled out to neutral ice for Jackson. Jackson to Stewart. Tipped in. It's Wisenen battling with Colleran. Wisenen gets the puck. Will skate behind Brandt. Gives it to Ramaka. Ramaka will just touch it back to Wisenen. Wisenen down the left side. Cuts to the middle. Lost control. Regained control. Comes to Kurtt. Kurtt sharp angle shot is stopped. And he's taken down. Stewart going to get a penalty for roughing or cross-checking or something. Tripping. So Colby Stewart to go to the box. That'll be the first power play of the game, if I'm not mistaken, for the Gold team. Stewart to sit for 2 minutes for tripping. There's 1:30 left in the second period. First power play of the game for the Gold team. Ramaka, that was Lund, left it for Palmquist, and then his pass is intercepted. Here comes Terrell, short-handed. Shot saved by Brandt, and Brandt had thoughts of letting it go, and kind of a quick whistle there. Short-handed shot there by Luke Terrell. He's got Ide on his left. Flannery and Ty Johnson, his defenseman. Face-off won by Kurtt. Over to Bigelbach, and his pass is too far for Lund. And here comes Purple. They'll just dump it in. Rolling puck will come off of Brandt. It'll be Palmquist up to Ramaka. Ramaka touches it across, and Kurtt tried to win that battle. Johnson read that well. Now Lund skates right into Kurtt, and it goes red line to blue line, and now it'll be Palmquist chasing, and that battle is won by Flannery. And we're still playing blue line to blue line. Palmquist now. Palmquist skates in. Ramaka was offsides. A little misguided move there by Ramaka. I think he might have been going for a change, and instead of changing on the neutral zone side of the blue line, he skated in the zone just as Palmquist was skating the puck in. 37.3 seconds to go in this period. 2-1, Gold leads Purple. Clearing pass comes to Tyler. Puck is on edge. Tyler, his pass is behind Perry. That'll go all the way down, and icing's the call. 24 seconds even left in the second period. We'll get a face-off short-handed for Purple in the Gold zone. It will be Henry Johnson to take the face-off against Ryan Spalding. Face-off is won by Spalding. It'll be Tyler first on it. Rings it around for Perry. Hops his stick. Comes out to neutral ice. And they'll go D to D. And then all the way down. It'll bounce off the wall on net. Swept away by Brandt to Weisenen. Weisenen cross to Perry. Nice pass there. Long shot by Perry as time expires. And that'll do it for the second period. 2-1. Gold leads Purple. Only goal of that period, if I'm not mistaken, right, was by Kieran Kurtt, short-handed. Shots were once again even in that period, 6 apiece, so 11 apiece for both Gold and Purple. We're ignoring the shots on the board. Scoring chances in favor of Gold, 8-6. Gold still continuing to win in the face-off department, 23-12. And they're winning in the hits department as well, 5-1. 2 penalties, 1 on each team. 1 shorthanded goal by Kurtt. And once again, it's Gold leading in the odd man rushes, 3-0 in that period. So 4-1 for the game to this point. So all the stats say Gold should be leading, and they are. Just do 1. Just do 1-0. You know what I mean? I can add up. So Gold is leading up in every stat, well, except for shots, I suppose. But they're leading in pretty much every stat, and yet they're only holding on to a 1-goal lead. So they'll start the second period with a 30-second power play. Let's see, we started at 1:45. We're supposed to play till 3. I think we'll get this game in, despite all the whistles. There haven't been a lot of goals, so we should get it in. Ty Johnson with control. It gives to Madsen in his skates. He inadvertently kicked it in. Spalding tried to give it across to Lindell. Now it's Johnson or somebody threw it all the way down. Here's Quinn Johnson in front of his bench. We'll take it up the left side. Cuts to the middle, gives to Spalding. Spalding, shot just missed the high far side. And here comes Purple on a shorthanded rush. Shot right on and gobbled up by the goaltender as they go in hard to the net. Let's see, who was that? We're going to take somebody for Gold. It'll be Spalding to get a slashing call. Was that Madsen that went in on that rush? I think it was. So penalty had expired against Purple, so now from power play to penalty kill goes gold, and vice versa for purple. So second power play of the game for purple as Ryan Spalding goes for slashing. And lucky him, he gets his dad to who's manning the door in his side of the penalty box. So here's Madsen. Madsen down to Schmid in the corner. Schmid now behind the net. Bothered by Palmquist, or just fronted by Palmquist. Now it's pushed around for Madsen. Hokkinen chasing Madsen. Tyler will pick up the loose puck and get it through neutral ice to center ice. Picked up there by Jackson. Right back to Colleran. Colleran stood up by Palmquist. They whack away at it. Comes into the corner. Now it's thrown up the wall. Here's Jackson. Jackson, shot blocked. Olsen blocked it. Getting to go up to the bench. A little gimpy. Ty Johnson gets the loose puck there. Thrown up the wall to Colleran. Colleran into the zone. Feeds it across to Madsen. Madsen on the left circle. Back in to the front, and that goes through everybody. It's Kurtt, tried to go high off the glass. That's intercepted by Jackson. And now it comes in front. Shot right on. Saved by Brandt. He leaps for it. Loose puck in front. And taken away by Hokkinen. Hokkinen gets it out. Gives to Kurtt. Kurtt tries to get through a couple players. Oh, no hooking call there. Here comes Hokkinen. Hokkinen down deep, taken off his stick by Jackson. Jackson up to Schmid? No, that's Madsen. Madsen gives to Schmid. Schmid in the slot. Save! Glove save by Brandt. Defenseman just kind of cycled away from Schmid, allowing an easy shot on net. Now Schmid in the corner. 30 seconds left on the penalty. Schmid off the end wall to Colleran. Colleran looking. We'll feed it up to Lucy. Bothered by Hokkinen, gets around Hokkinen. Lucy shot, tipped in front, stopped twice by Brandt. They dig away at it. Colleran's going to try, thought he was going to try a wraparound. He gives up to Lucy. Lucy's shot blocked by Hokkinen. Will go to the far side. Tyler and Kurtt didn't know who was going to get it. Instead, it's purple with it. Colleran behind the net. Colleran waiting, and we're 5-on-5 again. Bouncing puck in front, and it's swept away by Weisenen. Lund chases for it. We'll pick it up at the blue line. Tried to get it across, and that's intercepted now. It's Madsen into the zone. Gets around Weisenen. Madsen, sharp angle, cut off by Brandt. Weisenen picks it up there, gives to Lund. It's cut off by Tesmer, turned over to Stewart. Stewart in the corner, looking. Pass in front, comes out to Weens. His shot just missed the net. I think that was deflected wide. Really good pressure by purple. There's a pass, just missed. It'll be Lund to skate. We got too many men on the ice. Why would you whistle it there? Why did the official blow a whistle? That was ridiculous. It was a penalty coming on purple, and they blow a whistle as Gold is skating up the ice. What a terrible whistle there. I mean, they're gonna get a power play out of the deal. Gold will get a too many men power play, but they had the puck when the whistle was blown. I'm not sure what that was about. There's a pass in front, bouncing puck. Perry scores. Just 7 seconds into the power play, Dawson Perry gets a puck from, I don't know who was behind the net. Was that Spalding or Lindell? I'm not sure who got that pass. Who got the puck behind the net? I'm guessing it was Lindell, and fed it out in front to Perry. He fielded a bouncing puck and beats Worthington high over his glove side, and it's 3-1 power play goal by Dawson Perry. His second goal. No, that should be his third goal of the season. He had 2 against Monticello. Lindell taken down by his own teammate. And then 3 players on the far side for Gold. Here comes purple. That was Connors. His shot misses. Now Terrell. He'll change direction, throw it in front off a skate. Sharp angle shot by O'Connell, right on save. Rebound doesn't come on, and now it'll be Palmquist to skate up. 3-on-2. And Flannery stood his ground nicely there. And now Ide will skate. Lost the handle. And Palmquist tried to get around one. That's broken up. Lindell, his opportunity thwarted. Now behind the net, purple with it. That's Terrell. finds it in his skates, flips it around for Ide. Palmquist pinches, and here comes Purple. It's O'Connell. O'Connell lost control and loses it to Olsen. Olsen wisely will regroup for Bigglebach. Bigglebach up the wall, off a skate. Now over across to Girding, reaches for it. And it'll be Schmid to pick up the loose puck at the red line. Into the zone, Schmid. Schmid shoots, blocker save by Brandt. Up to Lucy. Lucy down low, fed in front, off of Weisenen's stick, right on to Brandt. And he cuts off the post. We scored. Power play goal from Dawson Perry gives Gold the 2-goal lead with now 10 minutes left in the third period. Weisenen around, it'll be Bigglebach on it. Now Olsen pushed in front, and Weisenen intercepts that pass and just tips it out to neutralize. Hokanen chasing Lucy. And it's given up to Lund, then Lindell. They wait to clear as the players were going for a change, they wait so they don't get too many men. It'll be Hokanen on the puck first. Hokanen taken down, no call coming. I think that was a good hip check. Kurtt throws it right off the goaltender's stick to the far side for Girding to chase. And it's Stewart with it. Pass to Madsen. Madsen one-on-one with Tyler. Madsen down the left side. Madsen waiting. It gives to Johnson. Like to see the Gold team get their head up and see who's coming late as opposed to just puck watching. Here's a pass up to Stewart. Stewart fighting the puck a little bit, keeps it in though. Gives it down to Schmid. Schmid across to Madsen. Madsen out in front for Johnson, and that doesn't connect. Hokanen will give it to Girding. Girding is at the end of his shift. He'll dump it in, and it'll be Kurtt to go on the forecheck. Tyler nicely holds the zone, but then it's tipped out for Tesmer to skate in. He's pushed off by Lund, and then Romatka. 5 players below the dot for Gold. That means defensemen were wide open. Now it is the defenseman. Shot by Jack. Jackson's broken up. Bouncing puck. It's Romatka. Skate in. Bothered coming is Stewart. Shoots, and he misses. And you can guess what happened, but the net came off its moorings once again. Nice effort there by Colby Stewart on the back check, skating as hard as he can to create some pressure on Romatka. And I don't think Romaka's shot ever really got on net. Face-off won by Spalding to Perry. Perry gets it in deep for Spalding. Spalding off the official, thrown in front, and now it's tipped out. It'll be Henry Johnson. Over to Weens, and that's broken up. Now it's Spalding at the red line, gets it off the wall and down on Worthington. Worthington will just tip it to the corner. Comes a pinch by Palmquist, standing his ground. Here's O'Connell now. O'Connell gives across to, I think that's Ide, or is that Weens? That's Weens. And now Tesmer. Tesmer cuts in front. Tesmer still with control. Touches it behind the net. Back to Tesmer. Pops over his stick. Perry will drop it for Spalding. Spalding through the middle. It'll be Tyler on the puck. Up to Lindell, and good anticipation there by, I think that was Flannery, and that creates that turnover, and then we had an offsides. .7:24 to go in the third period. 3-1 the score. Gold leading Purple in this intra-CCHA matchup. Johnson fans on the pass and then just flips it out to neutral ice. And it's dumped right back in. Johnson once again. Johnson up the middle or down the left side to Ramaka. Ramaka in the zone. Tried to get around, and that's cut off by Flannery. And then Terrell. Pass to O'Connell. O'Connell will go 1-on-3 and just dump it in and go for a change. And Ide will be the lone forechecker for Purple. Pass to Girding, a little behind him. Now Girding with it in his skates, can't get it out. Here's Terrell, leaves it for Colleran with that sharp angle shot, as we've seen a few times in this game. Here's Weisenen. Weisenen off the wall for Hokanen. Hokanen fights with Ide and eventually gets it out. Ide across to Jackson. Weisenen pressuring, almost creating that turnover. And now there's almost another turnover at the blue line. Here's Hokanen. He falls down, lost an edge. Tried to give it back to Johnson. Johnson pinches, and Colleran will come up with it. With Schmidt in front. Colleran, sharp angle shot. It's off the end of I think it's off the side of the net. And then you get one guess about why there's a whistle. It's because that stupid net is off again. No, the shot hit the outside of the net. It looked like he had beat him short side once again. Boy, we have to schedule all our games in Chaska because this is brutal. There's a face-off that is truly a draw as the puck just sits on the dot continually. Finally, it's dished up by Colleran. His cross-ice pass is stopped by Brandt, and he wisely jumped on it. He had Madsen camped out all alone right in front. Kurtt against Schmid again at the face-off dot. This one won by Schmid. Dumped in deep. It'll be Biggelbach to chase against Madsen. Schmid in front off of Palmquist. There's a shot blocked in front again. Definitely seen a push in this third period. Here's Johnson. Johnson long shot, glove down by Palmquist. Then it's thrown out all the way down. Oh, they say ice. That sure seemed like it hit Ty Johnson's stick, but apparently not. 5:25 to go. Face-off, so this is kind of a relatively big face-off right here. 27-17 in favor of purple, and purple, or of gold. This one's won by purple. There's a shot that's blocked in front by Palmquist. It's Colleran now. Colleran on the far side. Feeds it up to Stewart. Stewart gives it back to Colleran. Now to Schmid. Turnaround shot, gloved nicely by Brandt. Those aren't the easiest shots for goaltenders, as a player gets the puck with his back to him and then he turns around and fires. It's a kind of hard one to read. And both teams will go for wholesale changes with 5:10 left to go in the final period. Face-off won by Spalding. Tyler not able to chip it off. Here's Stewart. Maybe not a wholesale change. Stewart tried to kind of a wrap. There's a nice play by Perry. Perry's pass by Lindell, or to Lindell, is out of his reach. Perry got a little bit anxious there. He heard Lindell yelling for the puck, and he just put a pass too far out for Lindell to reach. Lindell would have skated all alone. If Perry holds on to it, he skates in 2-on-1. So I think it was the right pass. He just didn't get it on his stick. Henry Johnson to take the draw for purple against Ryan Spalding. Won by purple up to Lucy, and he loses control of it. Gives it across to Connors. Connors at the red line, knocked down by Perry. And now it's purple into the zone. Weens had to come off his stick. It'll be Tyler to chase. He touches it up for Spalding. So pass in front. Johnson's pass is tipped, and it's Lindell to chase, to take it up. Down the right side. Tried to get around Lucy, and he kind of put himself offsides in addition to Weisenen on the far side, or is that Spalding on the far side? Whoever. It's an offsides. Purple with control off the draw. Ide chases. It'll be Palmquist to give it over to Johnson. Johnson up to Hokanen. He can't handle that pass. Comes all the way over to Lucy. Now Johnson with the puck in his zone. Try to get it out. That's off a purple shin guard. And they battle for it right inside the blue line. What colors today. There's a puck in front. Loose puck. Swept away by Johnson. Hokanen tried to get it off the wall and out. That's cut off by Terrell. And now it is touched and neutralized. It'll be O'Connell to skate in. O'Connell gets around one. Shoots. He misses the net. Rebound came to the side of the net. And once again, that net is off as Brandt gets his glove on it. Not sure what we're paying for with our ice time if they can't get nets to stay on the ice, stay in their spots. Kurtt once again against Schmid. This one's won by Schmid. Colleran tried to cut to the middle. Turnaround shot, and Madsen knocks it in the open net. And it's 3-2 with 3:33 left to go in the third. That will read Madsen from Colleran and Schmid. Madsen with the second goal of the game for Purple. This line has both of their goals. Colleran with the first goal of the game, and Madsen with the second. Bigglebach up to Lund. Lund will dump it in and go on the forecheck. Jackson leaves it for Ty Johnson. He's bothered by Lund. Lund gives it down to Ramaka. Ramaka down low. Ramaka waiting and lost the handle as he couldn't decide what to do with the puck. It's thrown up the wall, kept in by Bigglebach. They whack away at it, and it's kept in deep. It'll be Jackson on the puck. Jackson over to Johnson. Kept in once again by Bigglebach. He'll go across zone to keep it in. Under 3 to play. Johnson will get it out, but turns it over. Oh, I thought he was going to turn over, but Colleran won it. Colleran now wins it to, Bigglebach won it to Ramaka. It'll be Kurtt who just dumps it in and goes for a change. Now Ramaka will be forechecking on Jackson. Pushes Jackson hard into the end wall. Ramaka comes out with it. Ramaka tried to feed it across to Perry. There's a shot by Spalding. Oh, nice save by Worthington into the glove. Spalding bidding for his second. He's had several scoring chances. He has the first goal for gold in this game. That would have been a killer for Purple. That would have pretty much put a nail in the coffin. As it stands, 3-2 with 2.5 minutes left to play. Third period has seen a good... Oh, it's in the net! I think Lindell is going to get credit for it. Oh, the officials are talking. And they say it's a good goal. Faceoff was won right back onto Worthington, I believe. And he tried to get his glove down and just didn't, maybe misplayed it. And it just slides to the net. Maybe Lindell touched it on its way. Looks like Lindell will get credit for it. If that's the case, it should be Lindell from Spalding. We got our replay official watching it right next to us. So it's 4-2 with 2:22 left. Here is Lindell up to Spalding. Spalding bothered from behind by Stewart. Cross to Perry. Perry tried to tip it around to himself. Sharp angle right on. Tipping at it. Rebound there. Fight for it in front of the crease. And it's pushed to the corner. Spalding goes down. Gives it over to Perry. They still fight for it. Thrown up to Palmquist. Palmquist shoots. Save. Rebound. And Lindell couldn't get a shot on net. The puck was on edge. Spalding kind of cut to the middle. Came off of Perry, and that's broken up. Comes all the way back in, and that should have been offsides. It is. Great push there by Gold once again, trying to get their 5th goal of the game right after scoring what is definitely a lucky goal. I'll have to watch that one back. I know our last game we weren't able to watch back a goal scored by Minnetonka as they had some technical difficulties. Hopefully won't have any of those in this game, and hopefully the cameraman does his job today. Here's Madsen, the last goal scorer for Purple. Now it's Lucy. Lucy's long shot going wide. It'll be Girding to chase, and Worthington comes to the bench for the extra attacker. It's Colleran. Colleran bothered by Bigglebach. Now it's down for Madsen. Madsen. Wraparound pass right on in front. They whack away at it. Madsen stopped by Brandt. Kind of a quick whistle. I don't think that puck was in the net. Or I don't think that puck was covered. Although the net is once again off. We got a whistle. Somebody's going. Jackson's going to go for, I don't know, unsportsmanlike or something. And the official not happy there. He's going to go for, I believe that's an unsportsmanlike call. So Worthington back onto the ice, which means there are too many players on the ice for Purple. So it'll be a power play to end the game. Yeah, now they got it. They got it. The puck should come all the way down. Face off all the way down. So 1:05 to go in the third period. 4-2. Gold leading purple. Face off won by Kurtt, I think. Madsen pushing Lund into the corner. Lund will throw it to the far corner for Colleran. Bothered by Ramaka. Comes to Bigglebach. Bigglebach off the wall to Ramaka. Ramaka pushed by Madsen. Now back up to Bigglebach. Bigglebach shot. Tipped in front off the top of the net. Now overskated by Ramaka. Pushed into the wall by Madsen. And then the official says, stop pushing each other. So he's going to take both Madsen and Ramaka. I thought that just could have been, they could have let that go. That wasn't that big of a deal. Both of them are going to go for roughing, so it should remain 5-on-4. No, interference, they say. That was kind of a soft call, but whatever. It didn't really change much. Face-off one back to Johnson. Johnson. Now it's purple with it. Colleran, 3-on-1. Colleran across to Stewart in his skates. He shoots. Kicked away by Brandt. And it's got knocked out all the way down by Lindell. Misses the net. And a late whistle on the icing there, as Worthington had left the net. 22.2 seconds left. Chaska, Chanhassen, Gold with the power play and the empty net. So it's actually 5-on-5. Purple with the empty net. Face-off one comes to Stewart. Stewart in the corner. That out in front, and then it's jumped on by Brandt. Schmidt and Spalding. This one is won by Schmidt. Shot saved by Brandt again. Gold is, although they haven't limited the shots, this is maybe the most shots that Brandt has faced in a game this season. They are doing a pretty good job of limiting rebound opportunities. Controlled by Schmidt in front. That one's tipped away by Johnson with under 10 to go. It's thrown all the way down, and icing is the call with 2 seconds left to play. And this will be the last effort of Purple to try to get one more goal in the late going here.
Is it a tie game?
2 seconds, and that one is won by Gold, and that does it. 4-2 the final. Gold defeats Purple in the intra-association matchup where friends become enemies. And now those enemies are back to being friends. Chaska, Chanhassen, Gold will embark on a week of practice before their first tournament of the season in Bloomington next weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday at, I believe, at 8:30 and 6:15. Meanwhile, Purple will have a pair of scrimmages this week. They'll take on Minneapolis tomorrow and then Lakeville South on Wednesday before going to Bloomington themselves for their first tournament. Final stats. Purple certainly turned the tables in the shots department, getting 26 for the game and 19 for Gold. Scoring chances were pretty even, 13-11 in favor of Gold. Face-offs won. I think they were closer to being even, but stats say 32-21 in favor of Gold. Hits were 7-4 for Gold. And then odd man rushes were pretty even, 5-3 in favor of Chaska, Chanhassen, Gold. Goals scored today by Spalding. Spalding, Kurtt, Perry, and Lindell for Gold. That does it from Victoria Rec Center. Your final 4-2, Gold defeats Purple. We'll see you next weekend for the Bloomington Winter Classic. This game brought to you by Edge Tech Hockey. Thanks for watching.